What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. Just gonna be us chatting today. If you're watching this, then I am in Mexico sipping on some mango margaritas. And Q&As are kind of like filler videos, and I thought about just kind of like taking like an extra couple days off, but I was like, you know what, we'll get something up. So maybe you guys will like this. You know, it is what it is. We'll get back to the vlog soon. Sit back, relax, and we're just gonna hop into this. I asked that on my Instagram Maxx Chewning. Follow me. I'm a lot of fun. Here we go. What percentage of your time and money do you spend trying to grow EF first, trying to grow your channel? I tried to balance both with respects to what is needed. One thing that I try not to do with my social media is turn my social media strictly into a thing that is just to promote the business that I created because of my social media. So I never want ever forward to overtake my body so much that my only purpose of my channel is to push ever forward. I still want it to be entertaining content that doesn't have to do with business, most of the time. And I kind of sprinkle it in, just a little dab it in when it's necessary. I'm sorry for doing that. It's a little cringy, but I hold my YouTube and my social media to very high standards as well as my business, but I try not to shove it down your throats. I try just to be like, you know what, it's cool clothes, guys. Buy my clothes because it's cool and it's nice. It's high quality, it's premium, it's fashion. Any tips for taxes for making money like you do, for someone that makes money like you do? I don't know what that means, someone like me. My biggest advice for anyone doing taxes would be to pay quarterly, your quarterly estimate taxes. I've been doing that for a couple years now. Would highly recommend it. It kind of sucks because when April comes around, you have to pay your taxes. You also have to pay your first quarterly taxes at the same time. So that's an additional kind of punch in the face. And then like 2 months later, you have to pay your second quarterly taxes. So it's just like a right up in your sphincter of the government. I just love giving my money. But yeah, don't spend all of your money. Understand that taxes are going to come. You can like put, 30, 40% into a separate account so then you don't touch that. I've never done that. People are like, oh, put money into your savings because in savings you won't touch it in checkings. I'm like, no, it's just all my money. I just don't overspend. I buy things that I can afford, and I don't make it so I have $0 in my bank account, right? Do you reply to your IG stories? If no, why not? This goes with like DMs and whatnot. So I post a lot of stories. My stories on average get about 75 to 85, 90 if I'm lucky, 1,000 views in 24 hours. Now imagine if, let's say 100 to 200 people respond to every single story, and if I tried to responding back to every single one, I can barely text back my own friends. Imagine having to kind of respond back to someone that responded to something to you, and then if people respond to my stories and I respond to something back, then they want to kind of have a conversation, and then I'm trying to carry on like a million conversations, and it's just overwhelming. I do hit people back. I'm sure people watching this, I've replied to your your DMs and whatnot. But at the end of the day, don't take it too personal. If I don't, I'm not trying to ignore you. It's just like it's overwhelming. It's hundreds a day. Oh my God, Max, you're so cool. I know. Favorite alcohol? I'm gonna assume that means favorite alcoholic drink. The mango margarita. But if I'm at a bar, Moscow Mule is my go-to. If I'm at like a restaurant or something, I don't casually drink. I like to party, but I never really get drinks at dinner just to drink. Just like I just want to relax with my Budweiser. Like you'll never see me do that. If I'm drinking, it's because I'm gonna continue to drink and drink throughout the night as a social thing, but not like a social to like I just want to hold a drink. I'm like, no, if I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna drink. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I am. You don't have to do that. Max, you have a problem? I don't know, maybe. What do you think separates you from other YouTubers? Because no one else is funny. Like I think that I know that I'm funny. I was class clown, 8th grade superlative. I mean, that is enough recognition right there. Like that, what more do you need? I would say my humor is what has definitely separated me in the fitness realm. I feel like people were very, very serious when I came on the scene, and I kind of just added in a little wackiness, a little cringe. A lot of people hated it. A lot of people still do hate it. But if we're on year 5 or 6 of my YouTube channel, if you haven't figured out this is just how I act in real life all the time, then I don't know. It's a lost cause. Just come back in a couple of years. You'd be like, damn it, he's still keeping up that same act of acting stupid. I'm like, no, I'm just actually stupid. Is your real name spelled with two X's? I get this actually a lot. It's not short. It's not. My dad is actually the only one who ever called me Maximo, but Maximo is kind of a nickname that only he said. MaxiPad, that's hilarious. But it's not short for like Maximilian, Maxwell, Maximiliano, which I guess we use Spanish. That was my Spanish name. No, it's just two X's. I think my dad thought it was cool, or they were intoxicated when they signed my birth certificate and they kind of smudged it. And here we are. I really, really, really like my name. I consider my name to be a cool name. I'm very happy with it. I know some people don't like their name. I always consider if I meet anyone with one X, I'm like, you have a dog's name. Congratulations. The most popular dog's name, Max, but I have a human name, XX. One more, and I'm Vin Diesel, which rearranged is I End Lives. That's pretty cool, right? Is there any beef or turkey between you and Christian since you compete in the same industry? No, Christian and I are best buddies. We go way, way back, long. Probably before like 80% of you ever knew who I was, Christian and I have been friends. So we go way back. We support each other 100%. Yes, we both make fitness videos. Yes, we both live in the same area now. I'm just trying to wear his skin, right? And yes, we both make clothing, but we're very similar and very different in our own respects, and we support each other and we try to help each other as much as possible. So we have a solid friendship, and I would never let competition come in the way. I'm going to go in this little side tangent here. A lot of people in the past have asked me, like, Max, why are you not sponsored by Alphalete? Or like, are you with Alphalete? I'm like, no. And I never in a million years would, for someone that's in my exact same industry, like Christian, no, he never has asked me, never would ask me. But even like when I was just starting Ever Forward, I would never in a million years take someone who is my friend and make them my boss. I would never make my friend my superior if I was in the same industry. It kind of, I think it muddies the water. I would go into business with Christian, but I would never work under Christian, ever in my entire life. Never, ever. I think people can work and be friends at the same time, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, we both make YouTube videos, we both have clothing. Why would I let my friend be a superior to me? No, I don't want to do that. What was your job before YouTube? Did you go to college, university? If so, what for? I worked as a technical recruiter for 3 years out of college. Yes, I graduated with a bachelor's in administration and management. Oh my gosh, Max, that carried over so well to your business now. No, I didn't pay attention at all. I just did what I needed to pass. I graduated with like a 3.4. I went to Virginia Commonwealth University, got my bachelor's, and went to get a job out of school. Technical recruiter, IT staffing. I hired other people for jobs, did that for 3 years while I started my YouTube. YouTube took off, social media took off. People started to really like me, and I quit my job. I have videos on this. Just type in like quitting my job. I actually got fired from my first job for YouTube. I have a video telling the story about that. Just search it on my channel. But yeah, I quit my job in July of 2016, and I have never looked back. It was the best decision I ever made. Besides deciding to stop do calf raises. Favorite movie of all time, Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber is by far my favorite movie. I've seen it the most amount of times. I love it. I mean, there's a lot of other great movies that are stupid ones like Nacho Libre, Joe Dirt. I really like some scary movies would be The Devil's Rejects is one of my favorites. The new It movie was actually fantastic, but old school movies I love. I like a lot of older movies. That's how I know I'm getting old, right? Like Liar Liar, Jim Carrey is hilarious. Do you think it's too late to start a YouTube channel, Instagram as a fitness influencer? See, that's the thing. Like, you shouldn't start these things because you want to be an influencer. I guess now it's like a job, right? It's more common, so I guess it makes sense to like want to aspire to be an influencer because you see people doing it and it's like the cool job. When I started, people like Christian, Nick Wright, Matty Fusaro, Matt Ogus, Chris Jones, all those people, there weren't fitness influencers. It wasn't a thing, right? We started because we enjoyed making content, and then it just kind of evolved into that, and we kind of just fell into it. We didn't really have this like kind of template of what you need to do. If you're a girl, show your butthole on Instagram. If you're a guy, show your abs on YouTube, and you would explode, right? We just kind of did our thing, and then social media kind of took over, and here we are. I never got into it because I wanted to have sponsorships. I never got into it because I wanted to work at a booth. I never imagined these things would happen, and nowadays people start because they want to get to this end point in this end result, and they're going to be really disappointed when they don't get there as fast as they think they deserve because they're chasing this cheese, and that's the only reason that they're motivated, instead of because they actually want to do it and they think they want to do it, but really they don't want to do it because they just want the cheese. Do you know what I'm saying? So no, it's not too late, but you have to, it's more difficult now, and you need to stand out. You need to differentiate yourself. Don't just be like, I'm going to talk about fitness and lifestyle. That congratulations, Becky, you and every single other person. Why are people going to come back to you? Why would you watch your videos? Because I'm going to have cool edits. Everyone has cool edits. You know what I'm saying? Personality, be yourself, and be unique. And I'm uniquely annoying. That's my thing. What drew you to getting a golden doodle over another breed? I've always thought they were cool dogs. One of my ex-girlfriends has one, and I just think they're wacky. Like if you look at a golden doodle when it's fully grown, and then you look at me, you're just like, that makes sense, right? They look like mops. They're very personality driven. They're kind of like fun, wacky dogs. I'm a fun and wacky person. Bada boom, bada bing. Will Ever Forward be coming out with more women's wear? Yes, we have so much stuff coming. I really want to push into the women's line. It's very difficult because you can't make, I don't know, like I can't compete with companies that are putting out, $9 windbreakers like, what's that? Oh my God, I'm having a complete mind fart. What's the store that every girl gets everything from? Oh my God, you know what I'm talking, what is the store, the online one? I don't know, that really popular one that everything's like super, super cheap. I'm literally might be stupid. I can't think of it right now. But certain stuff you just can't compete with, like creating like loungewear, like really comfy Sophie shorts and like plain t-shirts. It's like, yeah, I can go to 21, Forever 21 and get that for $6. Like, so it's hard to make that. But we have a lot of cool winter stuff. We have like tech jackets coming. We have the athletic shorts coming in March. We have athletic tops. We have new leggings. We have some compression gear, new like sweaters, new hoodies specifically for you. So yes, lots of stuff coming. You just get ready, okay? Speaking of clothing, how did you find your clothing manufacturer? Google, guys. Like, people are like, Max, how do I find a bulk manufacturer? I'm like, and I want to be like, if I went to Google and typed in bulk manufacturer gym performance shirt, and I spent 3 minutes, you would find, it's like, people just don't want to research. Google is how I found my manufacturer, guys. Google and time and patience and time and patience. I'm like getting through to you. Were you a good student? In college, I kind of turned around. I went to community college to start. I got like a 3.8, and then I went to my the 4-year university at VCU, and I got a 3.2, I think I graduated. But in high school, I graduated like a 2.7 because I just ran my mouth. From elementary school to high school, I was getting in trouble all the time. I was getting in-school suspension, detentions, letters home, points off, every single week being sent to the principal's office. Not because I was beating kids up, not because I was trying to sell meth at recess, because I just couldn't shut up. Can you believe that? Like, I just would always run my mouth. I tried to be the funny guy, and I would I was never shut up. My mom would always be like, Max, just stop talking. I'm like, I can't, Mom. So yeah, I eventually turned around, but I was all right. Have you ever met a sour candy you didn't like? Yeah, all the time. I leave sad and disappointed frequently when I go to the gas station and it's like, new sour candy, and I'm like, ha! And I try it and I'm just like, you tricked me again. You tricked me. You should feel ashamed of yourself. Like, how many times have you tried a sour candy and you're like, who passed this like approval? Who was like, yes, we can say this is sour? I just don't understand it. Like, companies need to hire me. Hire me for your candy sampling because you suck at it, right? Do you feel pressure to get in a relationship? There's a million relationship questions on here. Do you feel pressure to get a relationship? You're almost 30. I turned 30 in September. And people are like, are you single? Are you dating? Yes, I am single. No, I do not feel pressured to get into a relationship. My last relationship ended a little over 4 years ago. And it was a very low point in my life. Not because of that specific relationship, but because of some other issues I was dealing with another individual, and it was just a mess and like a just a time that I'm ashamed of myself, ashamed of just how I dealt with a lot of things. And I've always said that when I get into a relationship, I want to make sure it's kind of, I don't want to say it's like getting a dog. But like I said, I didn't want to get a dog until I was ready for that dog to have the best life possible. And I don't want to get into a relationship until I know that I'm at the best place in my life to give that person everything that I have with my heart and my soul. And I want to, I want to make sure that I want to be in for the long haul with someone, and I'm not in a rush, because at the end of the day, the person will come along who is right for you. And I don't think you should rush it. A lot of people get into relationships too quickly and then they break up. And the worst thing would be to me to get in a relationship, fall in love, and then get my heart broken. Because it's happened before and it sucks a lot. And it's like, oh my God, Max, everyone gets the heart broken, get over it. I'm like, yeah, and it sucks a lot. And I don't want to go through that, and I never want to put anyone through, having to hurt them for whatever reason. So when I am ready, and whenever the person is ready to fully commit into a relationship, I will be, open to it. But I am single. Yeah. I'm at a very happy point in my life, guys. I'm, whatever situation I have going on with my love life right now, whatever it is, I'm very happy. So we'll just leave it at that. I'm very happy. One item you're excited to introduce to Everford in 2019 would be my jackets. Like, we kill it with the jackets, and like the bombers did so well. And I'm re-releasing the tech jackets with some upgrades, and we have something coming out. I'm gonna give you a little heads up here. Not only do we have specific tech jackets for the ladies, which are really, really cool, but we have not a version 2 of the bomber, but an alternate version of the bomber. We're calling it a heritage bomber, and it is a kind of a mix between the bomber with some lots of feature changes and like a varsity jacket, like all in one. It's super cool. That'll be in the fall. But I love sweaters, outerwear. I love that stuff. Why don't you ever talk about your siblings? This is another odd question. It's like, oh my God, you never talk about your brother. Oh my God, you never talk about your mom. Oh my God, you never talk about your sister. Oh my God, I vlog about my dog and me getting sandwiches and stuff. Like, when would that come up in my videos? And when I go hang out with my family, I don't vlog it as much. I mean, I have a video where I bought my sister a car for her and her son. That was a cool monumental thing that I was able to do for her. My last video with my mom was taking her to the Cowboys-Redskins game, which was like one of her dreams, and that was an amazing video. Or I don't say amazing video, amazing experience that I was able to document on a video. And my brother, we all live in different parts. My mom lives in Richmond, Virginia. My sister lives in Virginia Beach, Virginia. My brother just moved to California, so I don't get to see them very often. When I was in California, I linked up with my brother. We saw each other at the booth, and then we went out that night. He came out with us with the Ghost fam. So I wish nothing but the best for everyone in my family. I love all of them dearly, but I don't see them all the time, especially now because we live all across the country. So it's not that I don't talk about them. I don't tell YouTube every time that I text my mom. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, I want your serious opinion on these mastermind IG influencer programs. Okay, I troll about mastermind courses and buy my course and swipe up for this and mastermind, and I'm grinding so hard all the time, and I should probably address this. I do not hate on anyone's hustle, okay? And first of all, I'm never talking about any individual person. A lot of times I get like, oh my God, you're calling this person out. Oh my God, you're calling this person out. No, if anyone thinks I'm talking about them, it's because they fall into the stereotype of the thing that I'm making fun of, and that's their own prerogative of like, if you getting butthurt and think I'm talking about you, no, that means you're just a part of what you're part of the thing that I'm making fun of, like not you specifically, but the thing that you do. The whole mastermind thing, I don't know where it came from. These whole life coaches, I just don't agree with it, because I think it's preying on people who are maybe naive and weak-minded, because at the end of the day, these influencers are not like, people are like, I have a business, I help people grow their business. And I'm like, okay, well, what business have you started? They're like, well, I have a business that teaches other people how to start their business. I'm like, that's great, Becky, but what business? You can't be like, my business is, I started a business to teach people how people start a business. That's my business experience. Like, no. Until I feel like, until you're smarter than someone like Gary Vaynerchuk, Look at him. He charges $250,000 to speak at a place. Then he uploads all the content. That dude is putting out hours of content for free on the internet. Are you smarter than him? No, probably not. He's putting all the information for free. Everyone just takes information from books. Everyone's like, oh my God, I read 17 books today and I listened to 48 podcasts. And they take the information from people that have actually done things, created businesses and empires, and they take that information and they spew it to people and they charge ridiculous amounts of money. And it's like, let me teach you how to grow your following. I'm like, what? Like I have more social following than a lot of these business coaches. And I'm like, should I charge a lot more than you? But like, I just can't wrap my head around charging money to tell people like, work harder, try better, you can do it, babe. Like, network. It's like, and people are just eating this up and I just feel bad. Like all the information is out there for free. And like, yeah, there's always if there's a market, people should be able to serve to that. And I get that part of it, but I just can't. I think it's something that's not sustainable. You could say that about YouTube, I guess, but like Gary Vaynerchuk is putting it out for free. So why do you think that you should be charging thousands of dollars for it? It just kind of absolutely blows my mind. I think until you have started a $1 million revenue, a 7-figure revenue business that is not this teaching people to tell them to work harder throughout the day and telling them hacks to grow their social media. It's like, yeah, you showed your butthole on Instagram, girl. That's how you gain your followers. But until you've grown a 7-figure business, I really think you have no place to be giving advice in general at all. And my phone just freaking died, and that was what I was using to do it. So that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I got a little heated towards the end there. Masterminds. I don't know. People are just like, oh my God, Max, we get it. It's just, at the end of the day, I sell Chinese t-shirts, so hate on me for whatever. But I don't know. I try to just the internet sometimes it just frustrates me. And I think the biggest thing that I have and that's not like an issue. It's just like everyone who is a social media influencer, they all of a sudden become like enlightened, and their Instagram posts are like 50 million captions long, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, what? I just can't. I'm like, it's like they read one book, and now all of a sudden you type paragraph. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Maybe I'm just not mature enough. Oh, we're back. We're back. Hold on. Did I have any more questions? Hold on. Oh, here we go. The finale. Tell us about the most awkward date you've ever been on. Well, I honestly, in the past couple years, haven't gone on too many dates, only a handful. I guess I'd say the worst date I've ever been on was actually, I wouldn't say a couple months ago. It was a while ago. It was back when I was in Virginia, D.C. I went on a date. I met someone on Bumble. Swiped right on my ass. And I went on a date with her, and she was, I'm not going to tell the team, but she was a cheerleader for a football team, right? And seemed like a cool girl. Went out, had some drinks, hit it off, and then, was like, okay, see you later. Went home. Next day, we went to dinner, and I had mentioned that I'd never been to Nobu. Eating crab out of Malibu and Nobu. It's a fancy sushi place. I would never recommend it because it's way overpriced. But we went there because she was like, oh, we should go. I was like, okay, it's kind of expensive. I don't really know that much, but you know what? I'll spend some dollars on you because I want to go to Nobu like Drake and try the sushi. And we went to Nobu, and with drinks and the sushi, and I try to get spicy tuna in there, and they're like, oh, we have our variation of it. I'm like, can you just make regular spicy tuna? They're like, no, we have to do our variation. I'm like, that's stupid. Anyway, with the meal and everything, it was like $230, right? So very expensive for someone that I just met to be blowing a bunch of money on. I'm not trying to impress some girl with affording nice dinners and stuff, but I wanted to go. But regardless, and she never said, like, the check came. I'm the type of person that if we go on a date, I'm gonna buy the bill, right? But it's always nice if a girl's like, oh, okay, oh, do you want me to pay? Like, oh, like, do you want to split it? Oh, you don't have to pay. Like, just whatever. Whether she actually thinks that she wants to pay or she should have to pay some, or she just wants to be nice, I always appreciate it when they kind of offer, right? And I would turn them down, but she didn't do any of that, and she didn't say thank you. Didn't say thank you at all. And then the next day I was like, or that night I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't think she said thank you, which kind of blew my mind, right? And then I was like, maybe she did, and I just forgot. Like maybe I just didn't hear her or something like that. So I was like, maybe it's a fluke. You know what? I'm gonna give it a pass. So we went on another date to some like cheap place. It was at like a bookstore in DC, but it had some food place. Like the whole meal was like $25, right? It's got like a bowl of soup. No soup for you. And this time I paid attention, okay? The check came. Put it right there. She was there. I grab it, okay? I kind of wait. I'm like, wait. I put the credit card in. She's just sipping her tea or whatever. I'm just like, close. Waiter comes. I give it to him, like looking at her. I'm like, and I give it to the waiter. We're carrying on conversation, like nothing is like, she's like, nothing is happening. Like she doesn't process that the check has come at all. Doesn't say anything, doesn't acknowledge the check. And then he brings the check back, and I pay, right? And I sign it, and I give it back, and we get to go, and she does it. She just didn't say thank you, again. And that was the last time that I saw her. I was like, absolutely not. Mama did not teach you no manners. Like, I'm just like, who does that? Who doesn't say thank you? Whether or not you feel that a guy should pay, which, you know, again, I want to pay on a date. I like to pay. It's just like a thank you goes a long way, right? Or even just offering to split, even though I wouldn't let you. It was just that was like that was a bad day. But after that I was like, not up in here, not disrespect me. Not in this house. So, yeah. Yep. That was a thing. And then it wasn't a thing. It wasn't really anything. It was just like a couple dinner dates. And then I was like, not up and get out of here. So that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you sat through it. If you did, smash the thumbs up button. And, yeah, we'll see you in the vlogs coming up next week. Have a great Sunday. Goodbye.